Okay, let's focus our energy on the stones and imagine white light coming up through your feet, traveling up your legs into your body, and the stones are magnifying the positive vibration that white light is bringing in. Nothing from any artifacts is going to penetrate that bubble. You are completely protected and surrounded, and nothing's going to follow us home. We ask that any spirits present themselves, but are not harmful to us in any way.
So we're here at the Olde Town Library. We don't have a whole lot of history on accounts or anything going on here. So we're gonna do a quick sweep and see if we can get anything on the EMF meter and take a few pictures and get a kind of a lay of the land and a feel for it.
See what we find.
Why did it move?
Just went to like here.
The third one?
We purchased the building in October of 2016 and renovated it since then, and have been operating a business out of here since July of 17. We know that it was built in 1915 by the Andrew Carnegie Foundation, the Scottish philanthropist that built more than 2,300 libraries in North America, and it's been mostly a library since then, but has been used for different businesses through the last 100 years. Yeah. I know that at one time, if I'm not mistaken, there was a boat wreck in Georgian Bay around 80 years ago, and that they used this building as a temporary area for the bodies found.
Wow.
I cannot confirm or deny that, but I haven't researched it, but I was told that.
Movement again?
It's got to yellow.
Wow.
It's going yellow over here. And over here.
And a couple little spikes over here. Oh. Wow.
We're here out of respect. We do not want to disturb your space. Just want to communicate with you.
Huh.
It's very
See?
I'm feeling very cold on my hands.
Whoa. Wow.
Can you go all the way over to the orange? Do you think you can do that? All the way over to the orange. So good. All the way over to the orange. You're so close. I know it requires a lot of energy. One more over.
Wow. You wonder if it's almost like Morse code sometimes, eh? The way that it's like, and then for just to stop.
I feel like something's touching my hands.
Still?
Like, I felt like there was something.
Oh, that hand?
Yeah.
Oh, that you meant your
Well,
other one.
both, but like more this hand. Like I felt like there was something touching this.
While it was going off.
You know, I'm a spiritual person. I don't write off the possibility that there are spirits here. I don't necessarily believe in the haunted element. But again, as a Christian, I do believe in spirits. So
I'm just going to ask you some yes or no questions. If you can respond by moving the pendulum in a circle for yes and back and forth for no. Do you understand? Do you think you could try doing that again for me? Lighting up the EMF meter?
Oh. So weird.
Yeah, it was almost like no at first. We're not here to hurt you.
Wow.
People that are here now are wonderful people. They're not here to hurt you either. Just share the space. Do you understand that?
we have, you know, historical pieces, I think, that represent every decade from the last even 150 years here. So it's kind of neat, lends itself well to the Andrew Carnegie facility we're in.
Is the desk that I'm sitting in front of, does that belong to you? Thank you. I had this weird feeling because it was like every time I was here, it was lighting up, but it wasn't lighting up here. And I was just like, as soon as I sat down. Could we do the lights?
Oh, I think so. Because then it'd stay on if it was in light.
Right.
It's interesting.
It's weird because it was this corner I kept getting drawn to. Was it?
Okay, well, that's something to come back to. I don't know what you... Oh.
I just took a picture. I don't know if it's dust or an orb in motion.
There's some weird lighting stuff going on
Yeah.
there though too.
Strange stuff.
That's very
Oh,
weird.
Wow.
You know, the item that
Yeah,
really
that
I
was
think we all had
Really weird.
were drawn to was the almost filing cabinet, like small filing cabinet and desk area.
Lots of weird white patches there.
Yeah, it's a pretty strange.
And there's something up here too.
Just because it's such a beautiful building that has so much natural light coming in, that can be really challenging to really, you know, decipher at times between, you know, is that reflection coming in from, is that a light from the window? Is that an orb?
So weird. I got this feeling that I needed to go low over there. Like I keep getting this feeling of like needing to go low.
Is it going?
Green.
See, when it stays like that, you figure there's some kind of current, right?
Yeah. I mean, where it's possible.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of...
But it's over here. Is that kind of weird? And the phone jacks are there. Could that be it?
Oh, excellent. This heater, there was like a scratching sound. I thought it was turning on, but it doesn't seem to be. Oh, something like that. It's weird. A random. Oh. What's that? It's hard to tell where it's coming from. Just that sound. Is that the gargling of the furnace thing?
Yeah, I think so. So I was showing Erica this. So you can see there's a little bit of a reflection in that shelf that's in every picture. However, there's a couple of them where that shadow or something bleeds in,
weird.
and that's in a couple of them where I just don't understand. See?
Yeah, see this spot here is... Let's just go into the yellow again.
There was a lot of moments that we couldn't necessarily like track down a connection, but there was moments of, you know, I know when I was doing the pendulum, I was like, Eric and I, our hands just got so cold at moments, or like it felt like something was touching us or touching me, and then it was gone.
Yeah, that spot's weird. Doesn't it look... There's stuff happening here. See?
There's someone here. Can you move my pendulum? Or even part of the chain? We mean you no harm. Lighting up anywhere. Oh. Is there anything around me? Because I'm feeling coldness on my arm, on my left arm right now.
Yeah, it looks like there's movement beside you on the left.
This end?
No, like by your feet.
Because I'm feeling something on my arm right now.
Is it still going?
Yeah,
No.
well, yeah. It's like there's something in my hand.
Still going?
Oh, no, it stopped. It's weird. I was like feeling something here. And I felt something on my, like up here, right there. Well, it was going crazy.
It was going red?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's see.
It's like the only places I've noticed it really going yellow or higher is like in this L.
I don't think so.
Like I keep getting like an overwhelming coldness coming.
And I
Like
keep getting
waves
drawn
of
here.
cold.
Like I keep ending up here. I like go around and I come here.
Is it like waves of cold you get?
Yeah. That's why I felt inclined to sit down too, because I was just like,
My hands are even more cold than they already were.
mine too. Like mine are freezing.
Where's that?
Thing on that side. The lamp, the genie lamp.
So when you think of a museum or when you think of an antique shop, everything that's selected to be in that space is that it was important enough to somebody to hold on to for a certain amount of time. So for me, if I'm going to attach myself to anything in my next life, I'm going to attach something that has significant value to me.
When you think of haunted locations, you think of the location, but it could very well just be an item that something has attached to, or yeah, it's learning from going to these places and hearing different stories and stuff. It is interesting to hear how certain things could maybe just attach to an item.
Light up for a second.
Like that, did you see that?
The tip of the light when it didn't
Well,
move.
let's just... Then there was almost like a light spot here, but it like moved.
It's weird.
Interesting
Yeah.
idea. And I think with this location, there was a lot of moments that we couldn't necessarily like track down a connection. I kept thinking I caught something from the corner of my eye, but there was no connection. Like we didn't really get a meter reading. I think we got a couple spikes here and there that just passed through that just didn't really, stay in one area.
We keep getting drawn to this corner. It just seems like it's like there's just a lot more waves of cold in it. A little bit ago, I felt when the meter was really going off, was actually flashing as high as red. I felt almost a hand on my arm here, and a little bit on my finger, and it's just my hands are freezing cold here. And this is one of the spots within the entire, like, this has been going off the most in this spot. We did use a pendulum and connect with, it appears to be someone attached to one of the items here. But really, other than that, there's really not much more we can do. Jamie feels like he may have caught something on the thermal camera there. So right now we're just kind of, can't get away from this spot.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Just keep getting drawn here.
Do you mind keep going over that again? You kept spiking for whatever reason.
Oh, weird.
I was talking so quietly. That's so weird.
Yeah, there's been a lot of times that specifically your microphone goes off, and,
Almost every
this one was no exception, and it was maybe one of the worst ones.
What I found interesting about that one was that one happened in the exact area where we'd have had all of our activity just as we were wrapping up. Something to be said that it was as we were wrapping up, so maybe the spirit didn't want us to leave.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, that spot's just been like drawn to that spot.
Like I keep being like, I'm not gonna go back to that spot, and then I'm standing here again.
It just seems like there's something going on there. Erica's picture was sort of foggy. It just looks like there's like a haze.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely been some interesting stuff here. The EMF was super spiky all over the place and like random times and at certain places sometimes and not other times, which leads me to believe there's something, because I don't think that would have anything to do with the electrical stuff going on. When you're holding it here and nothing's going on and then all of a sudden it spikes. It's just odd. There's a couple things on the thermal camera we'll have to go over because it looked like there might have been something going on. Overall, very interesting, for sure. It'd be nice to try and get a bit more about the history of this place, and yeah, it's cool.
Thanks for joining us on this investigation.
Don't forget to follow us on social media for the latest updates, behind-the-scene photos, and exclusive videos.
If I can help you guys with anything, if you're picking up something or something, you don't understand what you're picking up or something, call me.
Okay.
I'll answer any of the questions that I can answer for you. But don't turn all the lights up, guys. You're not going to see anything.